What up, though? It's your boy Willie Styles in the building. Dane, want to say what up?
Que paso?
Dane ready to go grab something to drink. I already got my drink ready, like well, a bottle of water. But we about
Life
to have
happens.
right. About to have a great show. We're gonna get right to it. All right. All right. Welcome to tonight's show. It is February 26th, the end of Black History Month and end of February, and but the beginning of so much more, right? We got warm weather coming here in Detroit. A little rain, I think tomorrow, but outside of that, things
Keep
are
it
looking
storing.
up. Yeah, things are looking up though, and warm flies because I definitely need some warmth. I'm over here freezing. Um, Other than that, what's been good, Dane?
Same old, same old. Had a nice day with the family after I got off work.
Okay, for sure, for sure.
Living my life.
Hey, it's all we can ever ask. It's all we can ever ask. But tonight we got a great show lined up for the folks. We're gonna continue with some join the conversation topics, some trending topics, and discuss some of the things that have been posted in the join the conversation group. And make sure you guys get over there and get involved, join in over at facebook.com/group/GFT, join the conversation. Lots to do there. Make sure you like, follow, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on these videos so that way you can be notified when we do our shows. I know Sunny just did a Unreservedly Us show, Sunny and the ladies. Were you on the show too?
For the last 3 seconds because life
Okay.
life kicked my butt that day.
No doubt, no
It was
doubt.
a good show though.
It'd be like that. Make sure y'all feel free to comment. We want to hear from y'all. I don't know if Sunny's joining. Sunny, you with us? You not with us? I'll let her go figure it out. She probably maybe she maybe she busy. What up, Doe Hype? What's good with your brother?
What's up, gang?
Chilling, chilling. So yeah, we just getting started. About to start talking about these topics, and uh, actually, I don't know if I said. Oh, okay, yeah, I think I got a couple of them set. I don't think we did this topic, this first topic last week. So I want to start with this because it kind of goes along with another couple of topics that we're going to bring up as well. Um, and that's the social media perceptions of black men versus black women, and not only the perceptions, but I mean, I want to get y'all take on it. I mean, I feel like it's a fact that there's this this social media push for conflict, and I know I've seen it somewhere as well. I can't remember if it was Twitter or Instagram, but I saw someone post something kind of discussing that. um, I'll go into it a little deeper in a second, or you guys might even touch on it because I don't know if you guys saw it as well. But basically, what's your take on, this black men versus black women, battle that's happening in social media nowadays?
Um, yeah, I see a lot of push for that. It's always men versus women. They want to generate, I guess, talking points. Who has it
Mhm.
more? Who has it worse? Who has it better? Type situation. It's always a versus,
Mhm.
but it's an unfair comparison to today's standards because as you see that somebody did actually post a good question. I did answer it myself. I think it's his name. Do we give out the people's names when they post something? But I just left
Oh,
it in the group.
if you're talking about Hank, yeah, we can talk
Okay,
about Hank.
I
Yeah.
I, I didn't want to just call him out, but he
Yeah,
had
yeah,
posted a
yeah. I
question.
generally try to keep people's anonymous in the group, but Hank is pretty popular in the group. he's,
Okay,
he's
he
and,
known in the streets of
he know what it is.
no, no, I don't put his business out on the street like that in the social business streets. But
Oh,
he did post a good question, and I did answer it. Like he asked, who has it harder for dating, men or
oh
women?
yeah, yeah. We're gonna
And I
answer that
give my
later. We're gonna definitely answer that one later too.
yeah, okay, but I give my answer what I said later, but I did
Mm-hmm.
answer it. I didn't give too much away because I knew one day we'll circle around. Here we are a week later, and
Mm-hmm.
I will answer that question particularly later. But I think it's just good for controversy and good talking, get the ball going for who really thinks what, as far as who has it worse or better.
I
Son,
think Hank, I think Hank intentionally posted that to stir the pot, but we'll leave our comments for that one. But I do feel like it is like a like to pit us against each other, especially with people of color. We like to while it's entertaining, it grabs attention, it gets everybody defenses lit. I feel like it's so common that we're so quick to, but at the same time we're so quick to bash each other. It's like, and that's why you see the post where you see, without blaming the opposite sex, tell me why your relationship ended, or or tell me why you ain't got a man or a woman or whatever, and
mm,
or stuff like that. Cinco is trying to make an appearance. He been trying. I don't know if y'all can see him. He decided that he wanted to be a part of the podcast tonight, but I think a lot of it is to get that excitement, the blood juice is going, and unfortunately, we all gravitate towards it. We talk about it. We get all knee deep in it, and it goes viral, if you will. But
mm,
and it gets sensationalized, and people really be believing a lot of the stuff that they post wholeheartedly without um knowing all of the one person or the one group. It's like, well, I believe I met 5 people like this, so not everybody's like this, and it just, yeah.
mm,
Yeah, you
right.
talked about a generalization too last week. That's what it pretty much boils down to. They're generalizing a whole gender and putting them
based
in
off the
one cup.
experiences from 4 people. Yeah, that's
Would you
Yeah,
horrible.
say,
like you
Hank?
nobody.
I said based off the experience they had with 4 people, like you just said.
Yeah.
In the comedian Sinbad said, he made the joke like, there ain't no good men in the world. Nobody told you to date them all.
Yeah.
You know,
Like, it's
there's
a
Right.
a couple.
misconception of I know a lot, the ones that I do see on social media is um once, and it's a big thing. It's not even just on social media. It's random people conversations that you hear. You can go to
Mhm.
barbershop here, you can go out in the public and hear this conversation. I've heard so many times that once you get married, that everything shuts down, and women stops doing all this. Everything goes left. And while that may be true for some people, it's not true for a lot of people. A lot of people, a lot of marriages don't end because the woman is not being intimate. Sometimes it could be the man's not being intimate, or sometimes so many things that could be wrong in the marriage that like intimacy is probably on the list, but it's not like the main reason. But that's like, it's always said that if you get married, like once you wife her and lock her down, soon as she feel like she's safe, it's everything is up. Like, I ain't doing shit. I'm just gonna sit here. I got the ring. You ain't gonna leave me. And
Mm,
now the men are in relationships that ain't going nowhere. They not having sex, and it's just us women deciding that once we get married, we ain't got to do shit no more. And it's just like, okay. So like, a lot of people really believe that. A lot of people won't get married because they believe that perception.
mhm,
Whereas I know people personally that are married, and the woman is having sex, just not with him. She's out there cheating. I also know that people that are married, that are the dudes out there cheating. I know
mhm,
that some dudes, I know dudes personally that got married. Their woman don't want to please them a certain way, so they withheld sex. Like,
mhm,
so it's not. I can't speak to that and say that all people are like this, but do I know a few? Absolutely. Do I know people that are in happy marriages, knocking boots all the time? Yeah, I know one in particular that I know that got married and they done pushed out 2 babies with. I'm like, so y'all ain't even just sit down there and enjoy the honeymoon. Y'all just baby, and then ain't even finished that. Like, ain't even finished that full maternity leave or bonded another baby. I'm like, hey, like,
right,
because some
right,
people are actually happy and enjoy their marriage, and things are going great.
right. Go ahead, Hank.
A lot that y'all just said.
A
Might
lot
have
to
stole
unpack,
two
huh?
topics. As I'm saying, yeah, you might have got 2 topics for the How to Hustle podcast behind.
When does that pop off?
For sure.
Every Tuesday, GFT Radio Network, 2 p.m. Streaming on all streaming platforms as we speak. Episode 134. Um, all right, so the social media perspective of the relationship is that they are nothing but toxic. The perspective that you get off social media is that the girls are to blame if you're a guy, the guys are to blame if you're a girl. The perception that you get is just a bunch of bitter people who have, like we just stated, are it's a bunch of bitter people who messed with these 4 or 5 people who have jaded their perspective on the opposite sex. So the loudest voices, it's always the loudest voice that might be the one that's going to get the most attention, but that don't mean that they're the smartest one or giving the best perspective. Nobody ever is promoting the positive relationship. If you put in any group text, group chat, or anything, say something negative about the opposite sex, everybody's going to run with it. Say something positive. What is the response that we will get? We won't get that much. Like it's the thing where, like you said, it is somebody will throw it out there just because I know this is going to spark some controversy. I put one post one day. Anybody that's divorced, I'm looking to get some people who was divorced for an episode. Forgot that I posted it and had more comments, likes, and referrals on this one post than damn near anything else I've ever posted. Now, if I had who's happily married, you'd probably had like 6 people like me. But yeah, the perception is just that our relationships can't work, that we're too toxic to be with each other, basically, because we ain't shit and they ain't shit. This one ain't gonna do nothing and she ain't gonna do nothing. It's just like it's a cesspool of bullshit where that's what you're looking for when you go into those type of situations. You're looking for what the negative is. You're not looking to get anything positive. Nobody's ever promoting a positive relationship. Like, how many times you heard about that? How many times have you heard me and my wife are happy, or my husband is great, or my wife is great? Like, none of that shit.
Right. Well, and the problem too is I think, when we do hear that, people are either
They're gonna downplay it.
unconvinced, unconvinced, or they hate on it, or they feel like it's all for show.
Yeah, people don't believe that happy marriages exist, or they think they the lion and we ain't find out yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Some people have never seen a successful relationship, so they don't know what happy looks like. And if we've brought in if we are 2 damaged people, we are both broken fucking glass. We don't need to be together because all we're doing is fucking up each other for the next person or the person who is the right person for you. And that's the thing that nobody ever wants to talk about. Maybe you're just not meant to be with anybody, and that could be perfectly fine for you. But why do I need to lie about my situation? Why does Sunny need to lie about her situation?
Or downplay it.
But just because you've never seen that. I've never seen anybody walk on the moon. They mean nobody did it. I wasn't the fuck there when Neil Armstrong went across the joint, but that don't mean nobody did it.
No doubt. Yeah, when I was reading the post about it, and there was a couple of comments that kind of dove into it. That was the biggest thing, is that one it's the shock factor of it, right? There's the shock factor, but then there's also that
clickbait.
Well, the clickbait and the desire that people have to that they're attracted to the negativity. They're attracted to the generalizations. Like you were saying, Hype, people feel like, they see something that's negative and they just immediately jump on it because they want to put their 2 cents in. They want to add to it. They want to put their spin on it or take on it because that's what they're seeing or that's what they perceive to be the truth. And it's so few people who are either discussing their good, positive relationships or their positive interactions, or even if they are, people are just not attracted to that. They rather see the drama. I mean, look at reality TV. Reality TV is successful because of drama. It's not successful because there's a lot of happy stories going on, and the ones that do have happy stories, they're far and few between.
Hey, bro, everybody always birthday, just got divorced. I just moved. There's never anybody going, man, I'm just happy.
Exactly. No, never.
We got to get this nigga off the cast.
Right, exactly. And right, because it's not selling, right? And it's I definitely feel like it's a sad state of our society, right? Where in order to be perceived as interesting or with it or having some kind of pulse of what's going on, that has to be some kind of negativity tied to it or attached to it, or you have to know how to speak to these negative aspects. I was reading some comments on a Reddit post, and the person had posted something about a TV show, and they were saying how they felt that this was wrong with the relationship, that was wrong with the relationship, whatever the case may be. But there was this one person that was in the comments that was like, everybody's in here giving their take, their perceptions, their deflecting their life onto these people, not realizing that this may not be the case for them, or these situations that you're assuming is happening to these people may just be a reflection of your own life. And it made me think, like, is that what we do by default as people? Are we doing that? But it's I think it touched me more, made me more upset that I see this so much more often with Black men versus Black women. And I was like, is it just because I communicate more with Black people, or I read more Black posts and things like that? Is that the reason? Am I watching just way more Black podcasts and Black TV shows and things like that? But I do know that I also watch white TV shows. I mean, I don't have only Black Twitter on my Twitter account. There's definitely not an abundance of Black people on Reddit where I'm only seeing Black posts on Reddit. So I don't see that stuff happening with these other races and that kind of thing. So seeing it happening also often and all too often when it comes to Black subjects and Black life and Black love, it's disheartening. You know what I'm saying? And it makes no sense to me that's what we're still drawn to, even though it's such a negative connotation on not just our people, but on ourselves, as on our not personality. What's the word I want to use? Our culture.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny because I said, like,
negative connotation there.
Yeah, I think it's funny because I can log on this, I can go right onto my Facebook account, and it's about 6 dudes that I know personally. One is upset because women wear curly wigs. One is upset and telling you the rich shows you watch is the reason why you single. It's so much negative, and it's like I posted a little while ago, like, if y'all hate women, just hate women and go date some men, because everything we do is wrong. Whether or not, like, these women are out here, all different races and colors and nationalities, are getting their BBLs done. Y'all on their page, y'all follow them, y'all cheering them on, right? Y'all are always on there. Just and the third. You see a Black girl on social media shaking her ass. Why she gotta shake her ass to get that? Because that's all you've been watching. Like not to say that that's what all men do, but that's what you like. This, like, guys I know, that's all they post is ass shaking and shit like that. And then you saying this is why y'all ain't got no man, but you're posting it. Like, I can scroll through your Instagram or go in your story. If how you just go through one story and it starts playing them all. If you don't stop it, I can guarantee I can go through any of their stories right now and I'll see not one. I'm not gonna say like all of them do that, but for the majority of the ones that I do know, you're doing that. But then you're saying this is why we're single. This is why we're this, that, and the third. You watch Love and Hip Hop. This is why you're single. You like chaos. We all like chaos.
Well, and this is my thing too,
like
is that
not ours.
Right. And this is my thing about that, is that I see that kind of stuff too on my timeline. I have a few people that are, either Facebook connections, or I see a few on Twitter, things like that. And when I see those kind of comments and I see those kind of generalizations, it definitely makes me feel like that they're following a particular type of person, or the particular type of woman, or a particular type of group. But then they apply that to all in that gender, versus thinking about the fact that you're only looking at a small subsection of people. We had that problem with another person recently, where they were putting their perception of an entire gender based on a small subsection of people that they have access to. And I think that's one of the bigger problems, is that we are too quick to generalize and to say that just because what we see or what we're exposed to is the truth for all. And I think that's a problem. That's a bigger problem.
Yeah, because I just say I randomly post on my page, like, if y'all don't like women, just go date men, because If every day I can log on and you're bashing, like if you had committed to every day that you post, you're somehow bashing women. You don't like women, your mom included. You don't like them, like, because I'm pretty sure your mother wasn't Mary Magdalene. She was whoever she was in her life at some point. She wasn't walking the streets and never did nothing a day in her life. She has. Whether or not, like, because it goes down to if you got more than one baby dad. If you got more than one baby dad, that's why you're not gonna never have no man. Like, it's so many different things. And then we see, like, and it's crazy because, like, I'm like this. At the end of the day, everybody's not perfect. Everybody is single for whatever reason they're single.
Nobody's perfect.
I'm never gonna say, well, Willie, you're always gonna be single because you've already had one sexual marriage. You're not the married type. You're never gonna get married again. You should just go do whatever you're gonna do because this is never gonna happen for you. It didn't work out for you. Or to Dame, you got married before you got divorced, so you can get divorced again. This situation you got right now ain't gonna last. It's just negative. Like, why? Like, why do we have to be negative about each other? And it's like, and that's why it's problematic, because then on top of that we get we get that, but then the other side, on the flip side, we get, okay, so Harvey Weinstein and so can do all this stuff to women, and they finally get their comeuppance, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
R. Kelly, and everybody else who ever done weird nonsense to women or children or whatever that matter. Oh, we tearing our black men down. No, we need to hold everybody accountable for being pedophiles and predators. It doesn't matter the race or anything like that. Nothing should exempt you because you're black. Oh, y'all helping them tear our black men down. Our black men our black men who preyed upon and made victimized people. Yes, they need to be torn down. Just like Harvey Weinstein. Why do we care? Like, yes, we all know that the way the criminal history and justice is very different for black people of color than it is for whites. We know that. So yes, while Harvey Weinstein make it go to like a Club Med jail, Bill Cosby may be in some real jail or whatever. We know it's an imbalance and it's an indifference, but they both did something that violated. So we can't pick and choose when black should be held less accountable. We all should be held accountable. So I just think this is one of those things that I just have a problem with, because I feel like with our people of color, we're so quick to tear each other down in the sense of, bashing us like pitting us against each other, and not saying, like, in a protection mode of, okay, they did that, let's protect our black women. It shouldn't be, well, y'all trying to tear another black man down. No, this black man tore us down. So help us women, because we didn't do anything wrong. It's always going to be, and unfortunately, I pray that at some point it just stops being like that. But it's always going to be somewhere where we're going to be against each other, and it's just a sad thing to see.
Can we go ahead real quick?
Yeah.
This is our issue. Is always everything goes back to when the family got broke up. When the family got broke up and somebody had to go ahead and take care of their situation, and now their kids grew up where, well, we didn't have a mom and a dad in the household, so that means that this shit can work. And then that festers to the next person because you're still having these conversations. And it's like, well, girl, I'm doing it without him, and I'm doing it without her. And what we all are is a collection of our experiences. We all jaded against the view of the world that we have versus those couple of people that we've interacted with and those experiences that we have. That's just how you personalize these things. You want a big picture, think about them, but ultimately your experiences are going to be what shapes your mind, the things that you've seen, the things that you can reach out and touch. Some people are just flat out miserable. They do not know how to be happy. They are usually the loudest people in the room. You have a girlfriend, loud and wrong. You got a homie who ain't never had a real girl. He's in his 40s and he don't know what it's like to have like no arguments, to have home cooked meals, and like he doesn't know what you're talking about. He cannot perceive that at all, that is actually a thing that can be out there in the world. You have a girl who doesn't understand that like she's not supposed to get beat the fuck up. She's not supposed to get talked to like she's shit in the street, because those are the experiences that she has had. You have people who just flat out don't understand what you're talking about when you say you're happy or things are cool. Like you said, we don't have any drama or no bullshit. Some people don't understand that, and some people, when they tell you about all of the bullshit that they're going through, they're like, "What are you talking about? How is that even possible?" Like,
Right.
it's just the way this shit is, and the motherfuckers who are the miserable ones are the loudest people in the situation. Because the people who are happy is like, I'm happy. I don't need to say anything to this dumb shit.
Yeah, not even worried
Ain't
about
got
it.
nothing to do with me. Yeah, I'm not worried about
Mhm.
that. I'm good over here.
Right.
So I had a follow-up question. What about the ones on social media that are for the, like, say women are backing men's claims about how come women don't do this and do that? That's why I posted a lot of videos the last couple of weeks, and some people are jumping on the bandwagon of bashing the women who are defending men's about this is why men don't
Oh,
do XYZ with women because women don't know how to act in this way. And sometimes you can see some
you're talking
men,
about the women. You're talking about women that are supporting that black men versus black women, but from a
right?
man. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have that. I mean, I think you're gonna have that. You're gonna have that with men. Remember we had Derek Jackson for some years doing the same thing, jumping on the women's side and saying, "Oh yeah, men ain't shit. Men do this wrong. Men do that wrong." And you're gonna have women that do that from that perspective. I mean, that's not anything new. Some women call them pick me's, some men call them punks. So everybody's gonna pick their side and decide how they want to portray their reality
Based
or
off of what
portray
the other
their
one's saying.
perspective exactly, and try to lend levity or what's the word? Try to be like, okay, yeah, this is factual. Trying to lend
Yeah,
some of that to it because they feel like, well, because I'm a part of this other, gender,
Woke.
and you say it again.
They think they're woke and they can sympathize with this
Well,
other
not only
gender.
just woke, but exactly, it's like they're trying to be like, yeah, you know what,
I'm
what
a
they're
ally.
saying is correct. We are wrong, and we are this, and we are that. That's why women call them pygmies because they're like, they're the ones that want men to be on their side. They want men to be like, oh yeah, girl, tell them, be on, lend some validity. That's what I'm trying to say. Lend validity to our statements about what women are doing wrong. And then it's like I said, it's the same thing with men. There's men out there that are gonna be on the women's side and be like, yeah, men ain't doing right. Men got to open up. Men got to do this. Men got to do that. And
Ain't
well,
none of us doing the fuck right. Let's
I
not
think
just
it's
say
I think they're just playing on the trend. They're the
yeah
ones really truly taking advantage of
we
the
call
of
that
this.
gaslighting these days. Yeah.
that part.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like to some degree, some smidgen of degree, there's truth, right? So because it wouldn't bother people to a certain extent. Sometimes there's truth on both sides when the men are agreeing with the women from their perspective. So while we can say the argument could be said about, especially this is a big thing because I see it a lot with child support. You got women that say, if you're the woman and he had sex with you and he tell you he don't want to have kids and you have that baby, then it's your fault that you should be raising this kid on your own. You shouldn't even be asking him. And
mhm.
then and it's some men that will say, no, if you had sex with her, you understand that whether or not you had sex with a condom, she was on birth control, whatever the case may be, you
Right.
didn't want to have kids, you shouldn't have had sex with her. Because if
God,
you
you could
have
have got a
sex,
vasectomy and none of this would have been a problem.
that part. Or it's ways that you could, because they put the onus on women because it's our body and we have the right to choose, right? But I've also known people in a situation where, say if not necessarily, I'm going to say this as a disclaimer, this is not a fact. Say if me and Willie were dating, because he's the only other non-married person on here. But so say if me and Willie were dating and me and Willie decided to have sex and I got pregnant and he said he wanted the baby and I said no. But he's upset. We break up because he wanted this baby and I was dead set against it. Either way, somebody's gonna find fault with my decision because they're gonna like, well, why did you have sex with him unprotected if you didn't want to have a baby? Why didn't you do this and third? So it's always on the obligation of, a lot of people say from the woman, you have the right to choose. It's your body, and either way you choose, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. So
Right.
it's like we're always to blame, but at the end of the day, let's hold everybody accountable. So if I say I don't want to have a kid, we're grown. We're 30 plus, we're 30, 40, 50 plus, right? So we know that if you have in health class or whatever class it was, we were told that if you had sex, you could potentially have a baby. It doesn't matter what you use, it could happen. So if you don't want to have kids, there's ways to do it. Vasectomies, there's even getting your tubes tied is not secure. That tube come loose, you having a baby. I know somebody that had tubes tied for years and then had a baby. And they didn't understand how they got pregnant because they did everything to prevent having a baby. So at the end of the day, the only secure way not to have a baby is not to have sex. There's a lot of people fucking. There's a lot of people that don't want kids.
Right.
It's a lot of people mad when we had the real hard conversations and you say I don't want or I do want. Like, let's be grown about this. Let's not be little kids and be childish and be on.
But like you said, that's the thing is that people are going to pick sides. People are going to pick sides. People are going to have their perspective. People are going to make their case be known because they feel like what they see you doing is wrong, or what they see this other person doing is wrong. If you don't make the choice that they would make, then you're dead wrong, or whatever the case may be. And I think that's the thing is that everybody has this perspective of their right and you're wrong, right? Well, not everybody, but a lot of people have this perspective of their right and you're wrong. And if you're not sharing in their perspective, then you're doing life incorrectly, you know. And that, like I said, I think that's where, you know, there's a lot of problems at, and that's where, you know, we gotta, you know, people gotta realize that sometimes two things can be correct at the same time. You know, that's my favorite thing lately is that, you know, two things can be true at the same time. You know, one, your perspective, my perspective, and somebody in the middle. It could be all of it could be true, and it could be held up in some way, shape, or form in order to validate that person. But the thing is we all got to remember we're all personal beings. We all have our own personal choices. We all have our ways that we were raised. I was watching a show recently where they were discussing politics, and one person had an opinion about some part of politics, and the other person did too. But then they started to waver on how they saw the perspective of this decision, or how they saw the way that this laws were made. And they were discussing this, and it was in a way where you realize like it's not just how people perceive things, it's also how they're raised, it's also how they want to affect either change or want to affect or want to persuade others. Because some people they may feel like, hey, what I'm saying is, I don't care what you think, I don't care how you feel about it, what I'm saying works for me. Some people, it works for them, and they want it to work for you too, and they're gonna try their best to push upon you how they feel and the way that they live, and sometimes want to force you into it. So I think that, you know, everybody has their approach, has their perspective, but we gotta remember that everybody's got their own way of doing things, and we can't blanket make decisions for people. We can't blanket make perceptions about people and generalizations about people. It's just not right. So
right, because sometimes there's no right answer to a subject. There's no wrong answer to a subject. Sometimes it's just off life events, principles, and perception that we grew up with.
Right. So
also
this was
agree to just disagree at the end of it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We might not have just seen things the same way, because like you said, we all got raised a certain way, and we can, as long as we can agree to disagree with respect at the end of the day, then we can have a productive conversation. But if we just scream, hollering, and cussing, we just arguing and ain't nobody listening, we just wasting time.
Literally. So reading or not reading, but seeing that post, it reminded me of this video I had seen where it was this I don't know if it was a podcast or just an interview going on, but Shaquille O'Neal was on this podcast, and he was talking about, or whatever this interview thing was talking about his perceptions on women, relationships, things of that nature. And he made the comment that, you know, after being in a marriage, after having girlfriends, after going through different relationships, that it's what it has taught him, and his perception of women is taught him that he should never open up or be vulnerable to a woman. That doing that sets him up for failure in relationships. He felt like it was something that was taken advantage of in the relationships that he had been in. And, you know, I had never really heard that perspective of it, that, you know, that somebody just blatantly out and out say, you know what, this is the reason why I'm doing this. And it's because this person did this to me, or these people did this to me, in terms of, you know, how they approach relationships. You know, you make that assumption a lot of times, that some people are making the way they move in a relationship is based on somebody hurt them, right? I think we all say that a lot. We make that joke, or we see that perspective of it. But you know, from the way he was discussing it, it was interesting to me. You know, since there's a lot of guys on this show, I wanted to see what your perspective was. And Sonny, you definitely jump in any perspectives that you know of. You know, what do you think causes men to stop opening up in relationships? What makes men not be vulnerable in relationships and move differently in a way such, you know, that they're kind of closed off?
One of y'all guys can answer first.
You said Sonny.
No,
Oh,
I said the guys.
No, I said me last. He said me last.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My bad.
Yeah, y'all.
I know.
Here, y'all. Sonny don't know. Sonny don't know what's causing me to stop being vulnerable.
I heard Sonny. I'm like, okay.
Y'all see how much they be paying attention. They not even vulnerable all season. Terrible.
What show is this again?
Terrible.
Fans perspective. I kind of like what Shaq said though. Like, he kept it a bean. If somebody tells you in the beginning what this situation is, and I can't be mad at you, because I can't be mad at the experiences that you have had. And if you feel like you no longer want to do that to yourself, and you just want to be in casual relationships, thank you for telling me that. Because then you get the choice to say, I want to be in this casual thing with you, but we ain't gonna open up. It ain't gonna really go too much further than just having fun. Copy. That's cool by me.
Mm-hmm.
But I was always the person in those situations where then, because you caught feelings, that you wanted to now tell me about how you don't want to change, you don't want to grow, you don't want to mature. It's like, why am I not doing those things? I told you what this was. I told you what I was looking for. I'm honest about what it is that I want. It's very hard for people to make an accurate assessment of self. But if I'm making the assessment of me that I'm protecting myself by not allowing myself to go too deep into this situation, you gotta do nothing but respect that, whether that's a guy or a girl. Mm-hmm. And most people though won't do that. Most people just gonna lie to themselves the whole way through, which is why we get these bad situations.
But I like what you just said there earlier about the fact that a person would say, you know, I'm going to be in a casual relationship, or I'm not going to open up and let that person know. But what if they're not? You know, that's the thing, is like, you know, I think that sometimes guys.
That's when the problem comes along.
Yeah.
When you see, that's when the problem comes along. Me and Sonny in a relationship, and we have agreed that it was casual until you wanted this to be something else that it wasn't. I'm still thinking that we're casual, and now you're starting to fall in love. And that's a problem, because I've already told you that I'm not opening up in this situation. He has already expressed to this person, whomever it is that he's talking about, however many of them it is, that look, this ain't what it's going to be. Because me putting myself in those situations has hurt me, and I don't want to be hurt. Nobody wants to be hurt. Nobody's looking to put themselves all the way out there, and now I got to restart over. Starting over has to be the hardest shit in the world.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Now, he's a rich nigga who got 60 houses and all of that, so his start over ain't the same as, like, where do we live? Am I going to my mom's? Am I in a hotel for a month?
Packing is the problem for me.
Packing, who gets the TV stand? Who gets the big TV? Like, how we doing any of this? Like, I know that shit has to be, you know, a whole different situation, but we gotta have the difficult conversations. It's better for us to have a difficult conversation in the beginning versus it's 3 years later, and now we ain't got all kinds of feelings and all of that shit involved, and your mom and your son, or I had a daughter and now she's like. Before we do all of that to each other, let's be honest about what it is that we're looking for here. And if we decide to change this shit as it goes along, let's have that conversation again. But we have to have those conversations, and that's always the problem. Is niggas don't know how to talk. Niggas don't know how to have conversations. They don't know how to communicate.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. We always say that we grown until we got to get in front of somebody and act grown, then
That
you
You
know,
gotta
part.
make grown up decisions.
all that
Yeah,
shit out the
everybody
window.
want to be grown until it's time to be grown. Yeah,
Exactly.
being
Yeah.
being grown is hard. I mean, telling my daughter this the other day. Being grown is hard. We all
I'm
probably
like
can
Tommy
get
Pickles. I don't want responsibilities anymore.
man. Telling my daughter like you better enjoy being 11. It was great. I got to sit in a room and watch fucking Martin and play
Worry
the
about no
game all
bills and
damn
nothing,
day.
Jesus.
Yeah, but everybody want to be grown until it's time to be the fuck grown.
Right. Dame, you got a comment?
I think Hank took it all because that was a good one.
Oh yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah, so you and Sonny you always take my comments. I have nothing now. All I got is sarcasm and
Come on,
jokes
Dame, you
at this
got
point.
this.
Okay, but it's
There's
a
always room for
factor of
sarcasm.
there's that's me. People will end up breaking down eventually by mistake. You'll always find one person that will always bring you back to like, I think I want to be in a relationship. I think I can be vulnerable with this person because life experience, something tragic is going to happen, something happy and go lucky is going to happen in your life where you want to express it to somebody, and that's going to be the first domino to eventually break down what you thought you was going to not do anymore. Because I was in that relationship too. I was just so happened I was just looking for companionship, nothing, no dating. I was just trying to hang out with people, trying to get my life right. Here I am again, married. It just sort of happened that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Not complaining. Not
I mean,
complaining.
I was about to say,
Not
I've done that. You know, I've gone into the dating scene and gone, you know what? I'm just gonna do me. I'm just gonna, have a good time and all that kind of stuff. But I wasn't closed off. You know, I wasn't like not, like, oh, I would never, have a serious relationship again. I just knew I wasn't in that space at that time. But I think that some people do really go out there and they stay in that space. They really stay in that, sit in that hurt and don't want to come out of it. You know what I'm saying? And they feel like they got to stay closed off. I mean, I think the unfortunate thing is a lot of times,
The church finger.
Right. As a man, I think that
I ain't want to lose this one because it's going where he at.
Yeah,
because it kind of goes to what Dame is saying. What about the dude though who, like you say, Willie has, damn, I just got the good project. I've been waiting for this joint. I'm about to call Sonny on my way home, but then you go, oh shit, wait, I'm getting too attached to her ass. I gotta break up with her before I gotta protect myself before this shit happens, because I recognize, because Dame said everybody gets that one person.
Hey.
But what about the motherfucker who's really emotionally damaged and just goes, I can't be that. I can't be like that because it didn't work.
Hey.
It didn't work, and they're not open to even move forward with it.
Open to trying it. Yep.
And like
it's not you, it's me.
Yeah, and like I got in a situation one time where all the things that I said I didn't want was lining up, and I'm just like, no, I'm straight. I don't want this. And the woman got mad at me because I told her that. I was like, look, I'm trying to be honest. I'm trying to be grown. I'm trying to be, open and say, look, this don't work for me. So whatever you want, then it'd probably be in your best interest to move on and find something better, because that's, that these things that you got going on ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? So I think
Willie found a toothbrush in the bathroom.
But I think that you said what?
You found a toothbrush in the bathroom. How you came in and said, hold up,
like, bitch, she's trying to move in. Can I say something now?
Why she got feminine products over here? She got
no, it didn't even go that far. No, it didn't even go that far. I didn't even make it that far. But
I don't use Dove. Who put this shit in?
Yeah, but I think sometimes that, when we're in a space, especially me, and I think when we're in a space of like, I don't want this to ever happen again, we do shut down and put these barriers and these walls up, and I think a lot of it comes from either, like Shaq was saying, his thing was he opened up and made himself vulnerable and gave his all to a relationship. Now, did he mess up in that relationship? Did she mess up in the relationship? I don't know. All I know is that he probably feels like there was something in that relationship that he felt he would find somewhere else, and it would make him go back to that same hurt, and he didn't want that no more. So now he's like, shut off.
But the thing is, he the one that created that though. He's the one that went out and his words, not me. I'm not trying to dog the guy, but he's the one that did it. He's the one that caused that problem and hurt. He
Jamie
betrayed
Lynn.
itself. He betrayed himself by betraying his
Mhm.
marriage.
Some people are self-sabotagers though, bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely
He-
that part.
self-sabotage.
He
Yeah,
and
that
he
part for real. He probably
and he's
mad that he got caught. That's the thing. I mean, some men be mad they get caught. Some
listen.
men are mad
He's
that they have to stand on, the business
on
that they don't
business.
want to stand on.
but
And being open and honest. That was one of my journeys. Before I got a relationship I'm in now, it's like I wanted to be able to be more honest, more open, have those hard conversations. And I think that was honestly one of the hardest things I had to do in life, was to be able to say, you know what, I'm not going to sit here and, like most of us men try to do, and hide from the truth, the reality of what am I doing, what am I going through, what is this situation, all that kind of stuff. Because like I'm watching this show now, Love is Blind. It's like one of those situations where in every one of those relationships that they're trying to build, there's one person that's, probably 100% sure what they want in that relationship. The other person is teetering because they may have doubts about the relationship, or they may have another relationship on the side that they're trying to figure out. But usually when it's the men that have that doubt, that have that teeter, or have those couple things going on, they usually don't want to open up. They usually don't want to be honest. They don't usually want to have that hard conversation. It's something in men where we are afraid to have that hard conversation and reject a woman. I really literally just heard that on another podcast, seen that on Twitter 2 or 3 times in posts and on a TikTok, is that men are afraid of being the one that is rejecting women. And is it across the board 100%? I'm not going to generalize and say that it is, but I'm going to say more often than not, from what I've heard and seen and actually been through, is that a lot of us are. We just don't have it in us to do that. And I think that that's part of it. That's a big part of it, is that being the ones that are doing one, doing wrong, 2, having to be in the wrong, because who wants to be the wrong party, right? And then 3, being the one that has to say it's truly me, not you. It's truly me that this is, that's at fault, that this relationship ain't working, or that it's truly me that wants this relationship to end because I don't want you anymore. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, is that a lot of us men are afraid to do that.
And that's why I think a lot of relationships end because the women finally ends it, because sometimes men will hold on. They don't want to. They and not all men, but some men get that mentality of, she left me, I didn't leave her. And it's like, but like you like, not in all situations, but in some situations you left by dealing with XYZ.
Mentally left,
or you physically left.
Mm-hmm.
And mentally checked out, because now you're over here with your side chick that you out here spending all your time with, and you ain't like, I've had that. The guy I was engaged to was upset at me when I finally packed my stuff and left, and he cried like, "Where are you going, sir? You ain't been home in months. Like, you come home to change your clothes and get clothes and leave." I finally got my little strength up and packed my belongings and left, and was leaving, and you came like, "Where are you going?" What was I supposed to do? Live in your place by myself? No, you're not here. You might as well just move on over here. Y'all can be together, because at this point, I'm here for no reason. I'm here by myself. I didn't sign up to be by myself. So rather than be by myself, I left. And it was like, he was like, "How dare you leave?" Dude, you checked out physically, mentally. Like, you actually left the premises. I was there by myself. Like, the only thing you did was help me maintain the bills.
Mm-hmm.
And I finally was like, all right, let me go. Because I can't emotionally, I can't do this. But I feel like it's funny for me, because I'm always, thankfully, with most of the people that I've dated, I have been the person that they open up to emotionally. And it's funny because everybody says I'm mean, but I have my soft girl situations when I'm dealing with someone. So yeah, you may see Sunny like, she'll cuss you out. I will. But if I'm in a relationship, I'm probably more submissive and soft with that person that I'm with, because I handle them. I try to handle them with care, and I always find it that a lot of the guys I date, we have the same conversation. They are bothered. It bothers them, but I actually took the chance to get to know them, not know them in the sense of know them as this is or say if I was dealing with Hype. Hype is a businessman. He does this. We know this. Everybody knows this. But no, I don't know. I know that Hype, but I don't. That's not the Hype that I know or that I'm dating or fell in love with. Like I know you beyond what people see. And I always said to them, I even said this to the one I'm dating now. I said to him, I said, it's funny because I feel like most men are bothered because I actually pay attention to them. And they think, because, I'm a talker. I run my mouth. I'm always talking. But I'm always paying attention to you. You don't have to, we can have the hard conversations. We can talk and everything like that. But I'm actually paying attention to what you're saying verbally, what you're saying as far as body language. And I'm paying attention to the conversations that we have and hearing what you're not saying in those conversations and just knowing you. So I don't gotta outwardly say, "Hey, so and so, what's your favorite color?" I know it. We ain't had that conversation, but I know it. The same way I know how certain things you like because I pay attention to you.
Right.
So and I feel like most of the guys that I've dated, they it bothers them that I don't fall in love with the persona of who that person is. I fall in love with the person. So when we have these conversations and I'm talking to you about yourself and you look at me like, what? It's because I know you. And
that's called being a full-fledged adult. Like that's
no, but I
your
understand that.
relationship.
But to you guys'
No,
points, it's a lot of girls that date guys, and I'm not saying all women, but it's a lot of females that date guys that don't pay attention to them. That's why you get a lot of guys
that's
be
what I was
upset
about to
because
say.
they date people and they don't really know them. They know the outward that they show the world. They don't know them as a person.
They
You
date the
know,
potential.
and yeah, and I date and I've dated potential, so I know the difference. I don't I can tell if I'm dating a guy and I don't really give a fuck about them. I don't care what your favorite color is. I don't care how you like so and so. Like none of this shit I give a fuck about. But if I fuck with you heavy, or I'm gonna know a lot of shit about you. I'm talking about not just family and this, that, and the third. I'm gonna know stuff that not many people know about you that I'm gonna know. But I think that's why a lot of people aren't allowing a lot of guys aren't allowing themselves to be opened up emotionally because of past traumas and hurt and stuff like that, or they don't feel comfortable, and they're not meeting people that they are allowed to feel emotionally safe around to be emotionally open up to. Like a lot of us women, we not emotionally we're emotional women, but we're not. I'm I could tell you, it's guys I did that tell you that, oh, I don't even know if Sonny gave a fuck about me because I wasn't open to them emotionally. I had walls up. You wasn't. To Shaq's point, I'm not I've been hurt. I care hard, so I'm limited who I allow myself to be like that with. So when somebody can say that they know me and in the sense of knowing certain things about me that not too many people know about me, that know me real live and in color, but you know me, yeah. I felt emotionally safe to be open with you. And people have to learn how to be receptive and not judge. A lot of men get judged because they feel like, because if a man cry, it's a big thing. Or he a bitch, he a punk. Or if he too nice, he a soft ass weak nigga. No, he may really fucking love you. That's why he's being really nice to you and taking care of you like he's supposed to be doing. Why is he soft or a punk, or you can, or you feel like if he's too nice and you can if I feel like I could if I feel like I could take advantage of you, I don't want you.
We gotta
That's
stop
one of the things that you
thinking.
said
Go ahead,
before.
D. Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, go ahead, Hank.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
When she said earlier about, for women, it's a lose-lose situation. Damn if you do it, damn if you don't situation.
Fire not, yeah.
Yeah, that same thing for men. We can't treat women. We can't treat women a certain way, or we're punks, or we don't love them.
Yeah.
To your point.
Right. My Truth podcast said in the beginning, you date or get to know the representative. Some never get past that. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But
Yeah,
some
because you
people
know
never
what,
want to see. Some
I
people never want to
actually,
see past that because it starts to take some work to learn these things. Like Sonny talking about, if I start to know, like, damn, I know this about you, I know that about you, because you actually took the time to work on this situation. That's called being an adult. Just because somebody's 44 doesn't mean that they're an adult. That just meant that
Mhm.
March 6th kept coming every year because that's what's going to keep happening. and a lot of people are not equipped for these jobs. Like a lot of people ain't that perceptive. They don't really care. They don't know the questions to ask. They don't know the things to listen to. They don't know the signs to pay
Yeah.
attention to. Like if I look at my wife, I could just walk in and say, something happened. She said, I ain't even say nothing. Why would you have to say something? It's been X amount of years. Like I already know what this thing is. Like those are the things that you pick up on though when you pay attention. There's plenty of girls that you talk to and you was like, "Fuck is wrong with this bitch? I don't know. I don't care." Like, but then you had one where it was like, "Damn, something's going on with her. Damn, something's going on with him," and you gave a fuck because you're paying attention because you're being perceptive and you give a fuck. That's it. Like it's just that simple. Everybody ain't built for the job, and just because your birthday keeps coming, don't make you built for the job. It just means you're just another year older.
No doubt, no doubt. All right, let's jump on a fun topic real quick because this just popped up. I mean, it was I think it was in the group yesterday or something. I don't know when it popped in the group, but I just noticed it. I was like, I got to talk about this because this is crazy to me. Who did this? Who the hell?
Oh, I just saw that.
That came up
2
today.
seconds ago.
That came up today.
I
Like,
just seen that. That's disgusting.
so disgusting. Like,
And I'm
Why would you rip the stove out of your house?
and I want to call her. I want to call her out because that's my girl, Taylor. Why would you post that? I'm so mad at you, Taylor, for posting that.
My thing is, like, at this point, like, people just wasting food at this point because ain't no way, boy.
Real, bro.
Ain't no way.
I think some of this food
that's-
situation is getting outlandish.
This niggas hungry as City
Hey.
Hall that could have ate them chocolate chips and
Man,
the cheese, and y'all niggas.
Man,
is out
you,
here
you know no, this is first world problems where we just wasting food like this.
Yeah, no,
This
seriously,
is
yeah.
why people don't like
definitely.
Americans.
This is why we hate ourselves. God, look at that.
Yeah, I definitely
Hard
hate
as-
whoever did that. I hate whoever did that because not
Like,
even good.
that-
And then you
that-
gonna put it in a good mac.
That says diabetes. That says diabetes and heart attack. Just
First of all, I don't even like no baked macaroni and cheese. So why would you just put macaroni and cheese?
First of all, that's
in?
not big macaroni. That
It's
is
not even baked
stovetop.
macaroni.
Yeah,
That's
that's
just the
not
horrible
big.
part of that.
That is cheese.
That's
sauce
cheese.
and some noodles.
that,
cheese,
That's disrespectful.
cheese-like substance. That's not even real.
that's
probably
government
cheese.
cheese.
It's probably
That's government
sweet.
cheese.
That's
Will,
not even
hey, that's
government
Focus
cheese,
Hope
bro.
cheese right there.
If it was, it would be good. But that's
No, that's definitely government cheese. The big block they used to give you had to shred up.
Yep.
I used to love that. That used to be my stuff. Shoot, I would take that right now. But that right there, nah,
This
not
is
that cheap
terrible.
powder they put in that
Willie
box.
getting
Straight,
Willie getting flashbacks to a grilled cheese from '87.
bro.
Dude,
the grilled cheese.
don't
from
play.
87 was
Don't
my
play.
shit. Don't put. My uncle used to make the most amazing grilled cheese sandwiches with that. With
Willie
that
said
block.
he remember that when a child. You brought back a favorite childhood memory. Don't do that.
Man.
Don't.
I got visions of my uncle cutting that block, putting it in the,
Hey.
the butter, the real butter on the
Thank
bread.
God that my mom, Mikey,
Man.
may she rest in peace. I never seen her chop that big block of cheese. I know we had it, but I'm just saying.
What knife? What scissor blade
I
did
know
he
her
use?
wrist was struggling.
What's some right sword did they use for that?
Man. Yeah, it was definitely a butcher knife for sure. It was definitely a butcher
We
knife.
had to chop.
That's a fucking cleaver.
Do it again, Sonny. Do it again. Chop.
Right.
Willie said,
Hey,
"Shit, we
yo.
going to Uncle Ray Ray's. We gonna watch the Lakers.
I
and he
missed
gonna make us
the
some
book of food
sandwiches."
stamps. I ain't even gonna hold y'all.
Right.
Dog.
I
All
was
right, so I got-
embarrassed as hell as a kid, but I love him as an adult.
Man,
Man.
listen. if I
Slap
had
on the
a Stamps
counter like
connection-
it's a Joker spade.
right. Exactly.
Sick of paying for
If niggas
groceries.
had the line on some stamps now, food high as Coke now.
Right.
Man,
Seriously.
hold up, no,
I-
my store is like $6 for a gallon of milk.
Yeah, 2.
That's crazy. Not $6. That's crazy.
They
Oh,
they
man.
lying to you.
It's
They
like
just ain't
$3
dumb shit.
$3 a dozen. It used to be
It
like
was like-
$1.40. Like it's
Yeah.
Oh
like,
no,
It's like
out
$5
here
It was
it's
like
I think
$5.
the dozen at my store, because my store is just disrespectfully high. I think it's $5 for
Nah, it's
for a
$5
dozen
over here
eggs.
too. Yeah, dozen eggs $5.
I will be at ShopRite. I
Yeah.
will Instacart from ShopRite. I'm about to do that.
No, you know what's bad is my go-to snack is potato chips. I cut back on potato chips because it's like $2, almost $3 now for the
No man,
small.
the
For the little
little
small
Debbie
bags.
cake-
Yeah, for them little small bags. It's like $2.
little
It's like
Debbie
$2.
cakes is $1.
Yeah.
Talking about
Oh,
Swiss
yeah.
rolls,
Oh
fudge round.
shoot, no, not here. They're $1.25 sometimes. It'd be
Oh,
crazy.
hell
Yeah,
no.
they
Okay, I'll send y'all
$1.25
some.
here, yeah.
Let me know. We can mail y'all some. They're $1.
Oh, I got
Man,
them for $1 at my gas.
I remember when Hostess because we used to have, Hostess used to be headquartered here in Detroit, and they used to be
Yep.
like reasonably priced. Like now they like $2 a pack and all that stuff. And they're not even good no more.
Oh, that's because they came back when they came back from the
$2.29 at our store. This is like $2.29 at my job. I forget how much it is at my store when we get.
Yeah, I think they're about that same here. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, remember they came back and everything was higher.
Well, not even that. It's
Mikey
just,
Nice
they're not even made here. They're like
for $1 now.
or something. It's weird. It's weird what
Yeah.
they make. Yeah.
Mike and Nice is 3 for $1.
Big Meech wasn't.
Okay, we going off on a
food.
food tangent over here. We can complain about food all night.
I'm messed up.
Sure. But let's jump on this. Let's jump on this washcloth debate real quick. Dame posted this video. I'm not going to play the video because I don't know what the copyright is like on this one. But this was, I guess there was some white dermatologists that were saying, "Oh no, you don't need to use the washcloth on your face," blah blah blah. And so people was like, "Oh, we need a black dermatologist to say something." And so she got on here, doctor. Right? And she ended up saying, "Nah, y'all don't need no washcloths either." And was saying how it promoted eczema and blackhead reproduction and some other stuff she was saying. I'm like, yeah, you're not one of us, sweetheart. You're not one of us. We don't know you. Yeah, we don't know you.
Get that Candace Owens out here.
Right. She's an infiltrator. She probably went to a colonizer school or something. We're not sure.
Yeah, I'm sick to death.
She went to the Hamptons.
I don't use what I will say is what I said on the post. I don't use a wash rag for my face. I've never have regular water on my face through my hands. Like I'll put my face down to the water, slap it up, wipe it off, whatever. And then I'll probably lightly towel dry, but I don't like rough stuff on my face. So for me, no, I'm not going to put a rag on my face. Now I'll use a rag or a loofah when I'm in the shower, but I will not use a wash rag on my face because, then I'm skivvy about people using their washcloths, washing their whole body and then washing the crack of their ass or whatever, and then washing their face. It's just not like, I just feel like you should just wash your own hands, like wash your face with your hands or whatever and be done with it, because I feel like if you use a wash rag for your whole entire body, you probably have wiped your face inadvertently with a shit rag. I don't know.
Well, hopefully your butt, you still don't got shit in your ass, but I get the point. I get the point.
Hopefully you got the dark rags for that situation and the light rags for the other.
And I like white rags, but I do have I do have dark rags, but I like white rags. So yeah, I just think about your shit being on my rag, I feel away.
I'm like Sonny. I haven't used a washcloth in about 25 years. Now I'm a loofah if I'm taking a shower, but if I'm washing my face is just hands and soap. Stayed at my cousin's back in the day as a child. They had some bullshit soap, broke my face out. I never used a rag again.
Right. Tan said, I would not share washcloths with anyone.
No, who's sharing a washcloth? That's just
No, she means like at all.
No, I'm saying no, because I have linen. I have my linen closet. I have towels.
Everybody has their own towels. Everybody has their own, like each person separate.
Yeah, we do that. I do that in my house. But at the end of the day, it's like mad towels, so you can like rotate your towel.
Like, I'm straight. I know.
Tan is saying like I got the blue joints. Willie got the yellows. Dame got the greens. Sonny got the whites.
Right. Everybody gets a color.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a color.
I'm good with because but like I like my washing machine. My washing machine has the what's it called? The sanitize.
Oh,
so yeah, definitely the wash rags and washcloths sanitize the shit out of them.
You got the Purell. You got the Purell machine. Is that what you?
Well, I got the Purell wash, but I got the sanitize. I got Samsung washer and dryer.
So and that's the thing. Like I mean, I use a separate washcloth for my face than I use for my body, that kind of thing. But I also definitely don't feel like not washing. I actually definitely feel like not washing your body, like your actual under your arms, your private area, without a washcloth, like just taking the water from the sky and just applying it to your body like this.
Oh no, that's different.
What the hell? Like, no.
Yeah, you need to be in a river with Noah.
I don't want my soap in your private parts.
Oh,
You know what?
that's even worse.
A
Taking
soap
the
bar.
bars,
I got
taking
soap
the
bars.
bars
Wrong.
to your
Yeah.
body, like really, like bruh, like that's disgusting. So I
Like
don't
just
Now-
being there
take
like
the bars
this,
to
like
your body.
No,
you're
I had a
dirty,
girl.
like,
This is not a dial commercial. Please don't ever do that.
No, I had a girl who actually had 2 washcloths in the shower with her. One for her body, one for her face.
Yeah, that's what I do.
see, if you're in the shower, I just feel like you can go like this with the water and
Yeah.
get your
I
little.
mean, if you're not a
soap.
face cloth person, you know that's fine. I that doesn't bother me too much because I do know a lot of people who, you know, are just fine doing the washing their face with just the cleanser. They might even have a special cleanser for their face, that kind of thing. And you know, to the point of like, if you have sensitive skin, you definitely don't want a rough cloth on your face. That
Okay,
kind of,
yeah.
but yeah, my thing is the people out here not washing their body with a washcloth.
Yeah, see, I didn't
or
mean sticking the
something.
raw
Like,
barb
put
dub
something
up
on
your
your body
ass.
besides just water. just
And we
like
need people
you
wash
out here
their
in the
legs,
rain.
their arms, their elbows. Wash your whole body. Don't just get in the shower and just wash your hair like that one girl.
Rinse off. They literally just rinsing
And then-
off.
and then
Like
get
at this
out.
point, you just rinsing off.
You hitting
I
hot
got a problem
spots.
with that.
No,
Like, even
also, I'm wondering.
my
Oh,
so my
trust me.
11-year-old gets in the shower and he's in the shower for a long time. Even when he's in the shower, he attempts to try to wash himself up, but even before he gets out, I wash him up before he get out completely because I know he just stand there underwater having the time of his life, and now I need to actually wash his body.
Right.
Then also, you wonder why you got pink eye because you trying to borrow soap.
Terrible. Yeah,
all
that's
these
all bad.
purposes, whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't be having a raw bar. You can't have a raw bar of soap up your ass though. Like
No.
that's not cool.
That's not cool. That's not cool. Let me see. I got another one for us. Oh yeah, so we was gonna jump on this. So we gotta go back to the men versus women thing. So this was another one courtesy, I believe, of Hank. He posted who has it harder in the dating world. I think I wrote that wrong. Who has it harder in the dating world nowadays, men or women? What do you guys think?
I think this is kind of a bad question because we all can only go from the perspective that we got. Like I can't really go off the perspective of the woman. The woman can't really go off the perspective of the man because
You can
we all
guess.
think like these chicks is dangerous out here.
Leave Sonny alone.
No, I said,
These-
first of all, I said for me personally, I said I think it's harder for both nowadays, especially if you're dating with the purpose of an intention of relationship or marriage. It's hard because we're in an era that everybody is allegedly okay with being side chicks, not wanting anything serious,
That's what I'm saying.
and
That
nothing
shit is
like that. So
dangerous.
it's like you're out here looking for love, and we're in the 2024, it's 2023. I know people that are on social media right now. I don't want none. I was married for such amount of years, it didn't work. So now I'm out here being a bald headed hoe or having a hot girl winter, summer, spring, and fall. I don't know. And then you got a lot of men that been hurt and they was locked down for however long they was in a relationship before. Now they out here being bald headed hoes too. So like everybody seems to be like, from what I've been seeing lately, is a lot of people want to just have fun. And somebody like me, I'm not just trying to have fun. I want a life partner. So I don't want to have fun. Like I hated dating. I would go out for a date and a dude be like, hey, can I take you out? And I'm like, okay. And then like by the next day, if you didn't get none, you're like, oh, hey, well, I guess I'll talk to you. Like, why I gotta give you something? Or to be like, well, like they're not really trying to date you. They want to come to your house. They want you to go to their house. They want you to see what's up. Like they barely talking to you. And it's like somehow they're not really trying to even take you out on a date. Like they just want to be at your house or you be at theirs. So you could potentially. And it's like, come on now. I'm just that part, Tan. Nobody wants to be Teresa because she just went through the whole situation. But I'm at the same time, like I want to look for what I want. Like I want what I want. Thankfully I'm dating somebody that seems to be on the same path as me, or like so far we seem to align perfectly as far as what we're looking for future wise. But it's hard out here dating. Like if I gotta start back over, people they want to have fun. Anybody trying to be in love?
this is what I was saying earlier though. Nobody wants to be the fucking adult. It's hard to be in relationships. It's hard for me to get to know you. It's hard for me to adjust to your whole lifestyle, your kids, your household, or my household. That shit is hard. It's hard being an adult. And when we just playing and we just fucking around with each other, we don't have any responsibilities or ties to any fucking thing.
Yeah.
So that's why that's what everybody's looking to do. That's why I said this shit is dangerous. The chicks is hitting niggas like, yo, what's up with that dick? The same way niggas was hitting girls like that.
Yeah.
And that's dangerous. How you finding a wife in that situation?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
That's why I said it's kind of this joint is fucked up. That's why I'm out
That's
the game.
why I'm scared to go back
8
out there
years
in
in
the water and be
July.
like, hey, I want to, like, this don't work. I think I'm just be a cat lady. I'm okay with that.
Damn, not a cat lady. Dang.
I mean, I got 3 already. Ain't enough for me to get some more.
Right,
Animals
right.
love me. I can get some more because
Yeah, you already got a lot of cats. That's
yeah,
you are
it's
heading
really
down,
hard
kind
out
of
here.
heading down that road, son.
Listen, he
You just
like
need the shirt that says "Jam" on the front of it now.
Hold on, my friends still like me, so you know he know I'm a cat person. His cat loves me too, but that's
You
beside
gotta
the
say it
point.
right.
About to much more cats.
Jam,
Yeah, right.
jam.
Together.
If we tried to intermingle a house, I'm gonna have 4 cats, and I gotta get probably rid of 2 because my daughter allergic. She in here dying, so
Damn,
somebody
right.
got to go. But it's just like it's hard. It's
They're
like
setting the girl up for the
ooh,
insurance money with 4 cats. That's fucked up, Sonny.
listen. I'm tired of paying real bills alone. I'm like, hey, every day I'm like, you ready to do this? Because these bills is crazy. Like you got bills, I got bills. We can have bills just together. We ain't got to have separate bills.
Right.
Get
Dame,
your
you got
friends to get migraines
you
and
got
we
an
can get
opinion on
married.
this?
I'm going to read mine real quick. I said both of them because some women want to have a traditional role of being taken care of, but they want that in a modern lifestyle, and that's not working in today's role of because they're not taking they're not using their traditional role as caretakers of the home. Then they want that modern lifestyle of being taken care of without the modern without the
Without doing any of the
traditional
work. Mm-hmm.
The traditional
without the work
responsibilities,
without
without the traditional
traditional
responsibilities.
responsibilities.
Yeah.
And I said
Preach,
some
brother.
women, and I was like, and at some point, some men are confused at this point, and I don't blame them because they're trying to figure out what their role is with the new traditional women, which is to be taken care of without
No women want to be
compromising.
taken care of.
Yeah, yeah. So, and I think I went back to Hank's previous post about who killed Shivery, men or women. I told him I said women. I said women. I said women killed it, and not on
We got a
purpose,
topic.
and not on purpose either. Y'all killed it because y'all wanted equal rights, equal pay, and all this other stuff. Y'all want to go in the workforce because y'all want to be independent. And now that y'all got y'all britches on, y'all want to do things for yourself. Guess what? Man can't open the door for you. Why you gotta do all that? Some women,
No,
not
he can't
all.
open it for me.
Sorry. I'm just saying. I'm just you got some people who don't want men taking care
I'm
of them
saying on
now.
business, Dame. Go ahead and speak your piece, brother.
I'm just saying.
Just add my 2 cents.
No use,
You-
right? No use in apologizing.
oh
Speak
no,
your
I'm
piece.
not apologizing. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to call out all women, but this is the road that went down because they want to take care of
See, I think it's
themselves,
a cop out.
which is fine. It's fine to take care of yourself and be, but you're also taking away the role of a man doing his job, which is opening doors for women. I've been on a double date with Will, his girl. My man's on it because I never open the door for my woman. I'm like, oh, don't expect that from me. I'm sorry. my
Yeah.
I have no
what?
clue
But I
what
think
you're
it's a
talking
cop
about.
out because even if a woman is working and being and is an independent person and she is now in the dating world, it does not mean she does not want to be taken care of in the sense of she is protected by her mate that she's dealing with. So while there are women who want to be taken care of as financially and just be pampered and like they act like they are a princess who cannot do anything. There are women like that, but a lot of us women who are independent don't want to do this. We have to do this. We have to maintain our household. So we have to have some level of independence. The same like for me. I've been taking care of me since I first got my first apartment solo. I've been doing this. And at the same time, while me, and I understand it from a perspective of I had guys that told me, hey, you got this, and this without me. What do you need me for? Right. Like, I feel like you don't need me. And I'm like, well, what? I do need you. Like, I don't need, like, because other than humping on me, that's what they felt. The only reason why I needed them. It's like, I do need you. I need you for my life partner. I need you to be this person that's like my best friend, that we're going to be helping each other. Whether it's like, so I may not need you in a financial sense, but I also need you like to be there. I need you in so many other ways. Because we're stuck on the financial and stuff like that. And, you know, being the man of the household, we're not in the household together. So you're not obligated to be that for me right now. If we're together, if we're living together, I definitely need you to be that. But yes, I have to be the captain of my ship because this is my ship. But at the same time, you're welcome to the ship. And I'm not going to make you feel inferior because this is not your ship. This is my home, but I'm accepting you in it as my partner. So go ahead, Willie.
I mean, this is my thing. The thing of people trying to basically, you know, say that they are dealing with women, like, well, the thing of men trying to say they're dealing with women who don't want this, who don't want that, then stop going for those women. There's still women out here who want to be submissive or who want to have a man be a man. Who want these certain aspects in life, you know, taken care of. Go for those women then. Like like the men that are out there going, oh, I don't like women that wear all this makeup and they need to stop wearing this makeup and these lashes. There's women out here. I swear I just saw 38 women.
I don't even wear lashes.
You know, not even last week. That didn't have makeup on or didn't have lashes on. Why are y'all going for people who don't want you? One that don't want you, and then two that you don't want. Like, let's get out of that. That everybody has to fit the mold that you want, and that you have to be right all the time about how they should be living. If that's not for you, it's not for you. Everything ain't for everybody. That's definitely gonna be my new motto for this year. Everything ain't for everybody. And if you don't agree with it, move on. Keep it moving. In terms of the who has it harder, I was talking to somebody about this, and when they mentioned it was the words they used that I was like, I wasn't considering, but I was definitely on this track. My thing was from a safety standpoint, from a vulnerability standpoint, I definitely feel like women have it harder. I feel like women have it harder because in this day and age of dating, there's just so much going on with people, you know, being stalkers, being violent, being creeps, being all kinds of weird stuff. And I think as men, we definitely probably take it for granted that we usually can just walk away from these situations unscathed, where women have to worry about their personal safety, their physical safety, their, you know, their emotional safety. There's so many things because there's some weirdo on the other end that just won't let go and that just won't take no for an answer or just won't give up. Or want her to stop wearing lashes when the woman been wearing lashes since the day he met her. Like, dude, chill out. Like it's over the top. It's over the top. But I think that's what makes it a little bit more challenging, you know, because what I had read in one of the comments was that somebody mentioned that they read that, you know, that there's more there's more women than men in the world, and that there's, you know, this choice thing of, you know, men being able to or that women have, you know, more choices and men have to be that option in order to be chosen and that kind of thing. So there's that double, you know, that not double standard, but that, you know, disparity in how things go. But that's the thing. It's like, yeah, women may have more choices because they can just put a picture out or put a statement out and be like, I'm single, and they're gonna have 35 guys in their DMs talking about how they want to take them out. But the problem is which one's the safer choice? Which one is not going to be an asshole? Which one is not going to be violent? Which one is not going to, you know, gaslighter, was one is not, you know what I'm saying? And I think that that's one of the things that we definitely take for granted as men and don't have to deal with, and women do.
Yeah.
I think they touched a lot about this on the last Unreservedly Us episode, which I'm kind of trying to save most of my comments because we're going to recap that episode on the How to Hustle podcast behind.
Oh yeah, we definitely touched about that, and it's a lot of women out there, like we said on the podcast. It's a lot of women that want to be submissive. We're just looking for that person to be like, because like we said, a big thing is about trusting the person that you're with, and that they got you, not in their best interest, but in you guys' best interest, and feeling safe in that situation to be submissive and stuff like that. So it's not that we're not submissive. A lot of us are naturally are. I know I am. If I, like I said, if you're my person, I'm going to be submissive to you and make sure that you're good, getting your plates, stuff like that. I'm going to be that. There's a limit to it because I'm not your wife, but it's by nature. If you make me feel safe in our situation, I'm naturally doing it without even a second thought. So something like, and I had the guy I was dating friend point out to him, and he was like, "Yo, we was in the situation, and I think this is when his dad passed. I was at the funeral or whatever, and we went to the funeral with him. So like that, we was at a family function, and he was like telling him, he said, my friend came to me and talked to me later on that day and was like talking to me like, hey, like this is what I noticed about her, like with you, blah 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 blah, blah 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 blah. So he was like, yeah, he had good reviews about you because, and he was saying stuff I didn't even think nothing about it because I'm like, I'm at his family function, making his plate, getting him together, making sure he okay, yeah, while understanding his dad passed. But even before all that, before we left the house, I was doing stuff, and his friend was there, and he was like, but like I wasn't even doing it like thinking that nobody was paying attention. I just naturally was in my soft girl urge, just moving along like how I normally do it any other day with me and him. And it was like, he was like, yeah, my boy had a real conversation with me. He's like, don't, like this is a good one here. You gotta,
Before you go to this comment, before you go to this comment, this is exactly what we were just talking about earlier. Because my man has my best interests at heart. He's paying attention to the signs and the things that are going on for me in this situation, which is you, which is how these are some people you get an accurate accurate assessment of who the girl is because certain shit that you just might not see because you're on the inside and not the outside looking in. Right. And the only thing I wanted to say on the submissive thing was just a tease is submission works both ways in these relationships. But we'll touch on that a little later on the How to Hustle podcast behind.
Oh, I can't wait.
For sure. My Truth podcast says, I have daughters and we have raised them to be strong and independent when it calls for it. But they have watched daddy hold doors, meet them at the subway after hours, I believe, show them so they know how to be treated and respected, and anything else is not acceptable.
Absolutely.
That part, that's big facts.
Real talk.
And if we had a lot of more dads like that, we'd have a lot less women out here. What's her name? Sexy Redden.
So it's nothing sexy about her. I don't know why.
It's not, but that's what I still trying to understand how she got that name. But I just showed up.
I don't know either.
To each his own.
Two things can be true at once. somebody likes it. Somebody out there liking it, I guess.
The two things can be true at once. I'm sick to death. I am sick to death.
Hey, I'm just.
But you know what, Willie, when you said that, I didn't even think about the safety thing. But at the same time, like not to push that to the side or ignore it because it's very real for us women out there. But I watched a couple of episodes of different shows that I watch, criminal shows and how people end up getting killed. And it's a lot, like I said, it's a lot of men that don't want to let their exes go, and they end up killing the person they just met dating. Like this one guy got killed. I had watched it. I don't know if it was 2020 or one. I forget what it was. And the guy, the lady had been in a relationship with this guy for years. They had kids. They had a kid, and he was just abusive. So she finally left him alone, moved on or whatever. And she met this guy on the dating app. They had been dating for under 6 months, and her ex killed him.
Dang.
He basically was like, if she don't want me, you can't. Because they started getting serious. Right. And he was like, oh, you trying to leave me for this guy? And he was asking the daughter, And the only reason I found out that he killed this guy, but they still can't find his body. The only reason I found out because the daughter finally was like telling her mom, "Well, I'm sorry. I think I'm the reason why something happened to the guy." And so her mom was like, "Well, what do you mean?" And she was like, "Well, Daddy was asking me to record conversations, and Daddy was asking me questions, and I was answering." But like she was a minor, so she felt responsible. But now she's years older, and she was like, "I didn't understand what he was asking me. I just was answering
what that
questions from my
situation
dad."
was.
Right. Yeah,
And he killed this man because he was like, I want her, you know.
I don't
So
like anybody that much.
Hey,
no,
hey,
never that.
hey, real quick, can I press this button that says ban user and delete their comments, or do I just leave it alone?
Terrible.
yeah, but it's just dating is, I think it's scarier, period, because you just never know. And for men too, I thought about this. You know, while like it still currently happens, but it happened a lot like quite a few years ago. Men used to get set up.
Oh yeah.
You think you want to meet some girl, and all of a sudden she got 6 dudes in the back waiting for you. So
I ain't gonna lie. I don't drop location to my homeboys because going somewhere, you just never know.
Like I know it's like I know a guy that used to set guys up, like pretending like he was a girl, and like then he would report on social media that you was gay because you came to his house and you knew it was a man, and he'll set like the whole text messages, everything, trying to out you if that's what he was trying to do. But then you also had females that were setting people up. Some people got murdered, some people got killed, some people got shot, stabbed, everything because they thought they was going to meet a female and they were talking to her, and it's weird. Like that what's his name? The dude from was it Santana? What's his name? Romeo from Steve Harvey got killed like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He got set up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
People are crazy. So I think that's why I said for me it's equally dangerous. While and not to take away from us females because it is dangerous for us too, but we can't skip over the fact that it's dangerous for dudes too.
People it's just dangerous. Period.
Yeah, true.
That's why I said it's.
Yeah, I just definitely know that just more often than not it's unfortunate.
It's a female, yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but yeah.
No, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, way too often. Yeah. But yep, that was another great show. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up. Make sure you don't forget to hit the like, follow, share, subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified when to catch us next. We always got tons and tons of topics here, tons and tons of content, including several shows throughout the week on the GFT Radio Show every Monday at 10 p.m. on How to Hustle Podcast with Hank. Make sure you check out the audio. New show just dropped yesterday, episode 134. The Spotlight by YB Norris. So make sure you guys check that out. Also check out the Styles and Chevy recap. We should hopefully be back soon. I just got to get with Chevy and get our schedule together. We got tons of stuff to talk about with Marvel stuff, and I might even actually drop a surprise show on one of these dating shows I've been watching because I caught up.
If it's our show,
we can.
I'm here for it.
For sure. Sex with Sunny is coming back soon, so make sure you guys be on the lookout for that. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified. And check out our latest show. Actually, this one.
Whoa! I'm like, wait a minute.
All right, hey, that's over. We ain't even had time to do this show, let alone do a whole nother show. But check out our other new show with the ladies of GFT, Unreservedly Us. Make sure you catch them every Thursday at 10 p.m. They just dropped a great show last Thursday. You can catch the replay and learn about the being submissive. And appreciate you, My Truth Podcast. We definitely have to check you out as well. Thank you for joining us. Thanks to all the other commenters, Tan, to Jamie, everybody else that joined in. And Sunny, tell the folks where they can find you.
Hey, it's your girl. I am Sunny _D. Instagram, Snap.
Oh wow.
Oops. Payback. I finally get to do it. I'm sorry, Sonny.
Oh,
I've been waiting to do that for a long time.
Oh, okay. Copy. But
right.
Like, what are we doing? But no, reach me at I am Sunny _D, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and I don't know, Snapchat. Also visit me at unreservedlyme.com. Dame is being a complete asshole tonight. Let's just remove him altogether.
All right.
Episode 134 of the How to Hustle podcast where Hype is available right now. You follow me on Instagram and Twitter at I am Hype. That's HYMPE. It's Hype is not hype. I'm not geeked up. Also at Custom Hustle World on Instagram, Custom Hustle Co. on Twitter for your custom jerseys, jackets, sneakers, cargo pants, however you need it. We got all that situated. Dame cut me off, but I was still sliding in my situation. We're also at H2H Cleaning on Instagram only.
I'm gonna have to block everybody in a second.
Anything.
Hey, it was payback. All those times you kept muting me and deleting me.
You gotta show me his name. It's Lane.
Wow.
I want to put it in
Hey, stay light skin. So you catch me on another level up. I can't say you people. I love you guys. Can I get thank you? You catch me on another level up on Instagram, Shinlo21 on Twitch and Xbox Network, and Checkmate21 on TikTok. Oh.
That's why he ruined
your boy Willie Styles in the building. Get at me everywhere at Willie Styles on IG and Twitter and Threads. I'm Willie.Styles on Snapchat and TikTok. Visit me over at stylesradio.com for all the hot tracks that I'm listening to. Visit me at williestyles.info for all my links. You know what it is. Until next time, we'll see y'all later.
Lame.
Bye.
Yo, it's your boy Dame here.
Hey guys, it's your girl Sunny D.
Yo, it's your boy Smooth from the GFT Radio Network.
What up, though? It's your boy Willie Styles in the building.
Join us Mondays at 10 p.m. live on Twitch, YouTube, and our Facebook. And if you miss us, don't worry. You can catch it on our website, gftradioshow.com. And if you feel like talking to us every day, join our Facebook group.
At Join the Conversation, the group where you can discuss all kinds of topics.
Catch me also, Fans Perspective, Dope Sports Show. Holla at your boy.
You can cop some merchandise over at our store, teespring.com/stores/GFT Radio. You can get t-shirts, sweatshirts, masks, and even more.
Next time on GFT Radio, what are we talking about? Join the conversation to find out.
Make sure you get at us on GFTRadioshow.com for all of our audio and video